Sometimes when I'm watching Jordy, I'm like, why? Why do you cover these people? Why do you cover these people? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't have time to cover a whole lot of this because I got a doctor's appointment of my own coming up right here. But let's cover what he's got so far.
Hey, Gorals. Nice to make your acquaintance. As I'm sure most of you know, we're currently in the midst of Vlogmas. Hey, that's not right. It's July. Vlog-lie?
It's literally November and you loaded this to your channel one day ago. How am I missing the joke? I don't know. Is there a joke here? Is there some sort of joke here, Jordy? What's going on?
Would that work? Well, absolutely no lying ever goes on in any of these vlogs, so I don't think that would work either. Well, whatever you would like to call our gal pal's 15-day commitment to upload daily is fine by me. Today we're going to be jumping around the trampoline into all sorts of conversation topics, namely reaction channels. Girl put her brass knuckles on and...
By the way, I didn't even get to that part yet. I'm 17 plus minutes in, and I haven't seen what her problem is with reaction channels. I mean, quite honestly, I don't even know how she was able to develop a following. It's got to be a fetish. It's got to be these people who have a fetish with morbidly obese people. Because I'm not understanding it. And by the way, when we get to this part, let me explain to you that if your cleavage goes all the way up to your neck, that's not cleavage. That's fat.
She is warmed up and ready to go. You think she's been crying behind the scenes these past couple weeks? Wrong. Girl has been shadow boxing the faces of Girl World reaction channels like it's her job. You know what? That saying wouldn't work either. Let's toss all wordplay aside. For today's pork chop and side of applesauce, you will need a standard 9 to 5, a rekindled friendship with someone you've previously cut out of your life, and a blue or black ink pen. Go wild, because we are thrashing our way back into the Amberverse.
Wow. Hello. Hi. Welcome to a new vlog. So I am just about to do my makeup. And while I do it, I'm going to listen to Leftovers. It's one of Ethan Klein's podcasts. It's not my favorite of the 5 he does a week, but I think I'm just going to listen to it for some white noise. So yeah, I will see you guys when my makeup is completed. Okay, so I am done with my makeup now.
Why even start the podcast if, like, literally that's just your intro to it? And as you'll see, Jordy has some jokes about this. His chat does too, like the comments in his video has some jokes about this, and I've got a joke about it too. I got asked something like 18 years ago from one of my fellow chatters on StarWars.com. I said I was eating. Everybody was just like, "Hey, what are you having tonight?" I'm like, "I'm having leftovers." And he said, "Leftovers? Ugh." And I said, "Yeah, that's what thin people take home when they realize that they are full." And it blew up the chat. Like, I mean, to just turn around and bam somebody like that. But that's the reality. If you don't like leftovers, you might have some weight problems. You might. If you have to clear your plate, you might have some weight problems.
Amber Lynn doesn't like leftovers? That's a little surprising. We're gonna start, really, this is how we're starting off the episode. All nasty like this. I mean, you see the title, Jordan. Reaction channels are biased. You start out the video saying stuff like that. You're just proving her point. You're playing right into her hand. You're toxic.
Just on Instacart. we decided that we're going to order today, and I'm just trying to think of, because
By the way, when she shows her haul and Gordy, whatever, when he starts making some commentary on this, this makes me highly suspect that he doesn't cook his own meals.
you guys remember on my last vlog,
Why is that girlfriend still there? Why are they still ordering things together? Girl, I offered to buy you a mattress if you wanted. I mean, they're broken up, still living together, and she's buying her a mattress.
I don't know that that's naturally the assumption there, Jordy. It's entirely possible that her girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever, still comes over, is trying to be amicable about the breakup, and doesn't actually live there. But we don't know. I mean, this is like some random person on YouTube who's telling us a story, and we don't know if she's being honest or not, right?
Why are they still going out to eat and doing stuff? You guys are broken up. Why doesn't the girl leave?
I'm just like all over the place when it comes to what I want in my life. Oh my god, I have eyeliner all over my fingers. Love that for me. And it's like, I think I just need to go back to like basics when it comes to weight loss, like the obvious, like just eat healthier. And I just noticed that like my brain, when I think
Portion size, girlfriend. Portion size. And you know, Jordy's going to get it wrong here again when he says that you're anti-carb, because a lot of vegetables are considered carbs. So, I mean, you, quite frankly, at your size, you should be working with a nutritionist.
of like eat healthier goes to like,
Now you know what I'm gonna say. Anytime on this program that we talk about getting back to something, we had to have been there originally. I feel like the first minute of this video, I was given two very underhand, slow softball pitches, and I just clobbered both of them.
meats and veggies. I don't know why, because I've never been the one to think that like carbs are unhealthy, but like carbs, I'm mad at carbs right now. Like, it's not carbs' fault that I'm fat, but like carbs and lipedema, they don't really jive very well, and I have lipedema, so I don't know.
It's sugar, girlfriend. Bread turns to sugar. Bread turns to sugar in your system. So if you've been eating, and by the way, looking at your grocery haul, it looks like most of the shit you bought was breaded.
I have a lot on my mind right now. Yeah, so far on my Instacart, I just have a bunch of meat. So now I'm going to add some veggies that I know that I'll enjoy, which is like broccoli and stuff, but I'll show a haul when it gets here.
So Amber Lynn and carbs are not on good terms right now. They're beefing. She's going to send carbs a copyright strike. Who should I beef with? Should I beef with protein? Should I have problems? Should I start drama with calcium? No, really, if there's anyone that I need to start beef with, it's sugar. I probably do too much sugar. All right, I'm officially having drama with sugar. We're not on good terms right now. I'm mad at sugar. No, ew. I don't F with sugar. They're not invited.
Y'all, why can't I just have like a forever Snapchat filter on my...
Seriously? If your cleavage goes up to your neck, that's not your boobs. That's your fat. That is not natural. That is morbid obesity.
face? Like, look how cute. This is one of my most favorite Snapchat filters.
Really?
So adorable. I thought I was recording this whole time and I wasn't. Let me start over. I got my groceries and I hold this, but I had already put it away until I realized my camera's not even on. So I got some steak that I'll probably like cut up, cook in a pan. Got some thin pork chops that I'll probably do like in the air fryer. Got some potatoes. I know I was just talking.
Oh, okay. This is all coming together now. You know why she's doing this. Okay, it took me a second. I should have gotten this earlier. Okay, so the big drama, yes, big drama, lately in Girl World is that there's this other woman that does videos like this, but she isn't problematic really, and she's not really like a part of Girl World, but she's kind of in a similar situation as Amber Lynn and Foodie Booty. Her name is Hungry Fat Chick. I don't know if she goes by that. That's her channel name though, but her name's Candy. And she started recently doing this carnivore diet where she could only eat meat. And this is why Amber Lynn's doing this. It's because Candy has lost like 40 or 50 pounds doing this carnivore thing. And then Chantal, Foodie Booty, was talking about it last week. So now Amber Lynn is getting on the carnivore train and she's doing this whole meat thing.
Yeah, except that she's presenting us enough food to feed a family of 3 or 4 for 7 nights. So it's each one of those meat packets that she's pulling out something that she's going to cook and eat the whole goddamn thing.
I'm mad at carbs. I'm just going to try to eat meat. If Hungry Fat Chick, a woman who is also a YouTuber and is super morbidly obese, can do this diet, so can I. If it can work for her, it'll work for me. Girl World logic.
About carbs, but having one potato never hurt anyone, I promise. Not only am I fat and you had to beat on my back, but like I choked on a potato and shit my pants and almost like died in front of you. And I got some.
Alright, like I said, I don't know why she has a following. I don't know why Jordy is doing continued coverage of this woman. But she clearly has no boundaries, has no sense of reality, has all kinds of mental struggles right now, and is overeating to mask her depression, I guess. I mean, I can only make assumptions on that, but the amount of food that she buys, and he's like, I don't know, it looks like a light haul. What do you mean it looks like a light haul? Who the hell can eat 2 bags of broccoli in 1 week, Jordy?
Little white onion, which is my preferred. I got these loaded cauliflower bites, bacon cheddar. I don't know, I figured something different.
You know, she included that little flashback as if it was like some little comedic moment. But if we remember when Amber Lynn originally told that I choked on a potato and pooped myself story, she didn't make light of it. She told us, I really need to take this as a wake-up call. I really need this to be something that I learn from.
Yes, because at her age, she shouldn't be experiencing incontinence. She's only like 32, I think. And she hasn't had any children, so there's no excuses there. But there's no reason at her age that she should be experiencing incontinence issues, except for the fact that she's morbidly obese. And that's why I'm wondering, why, Jordy, are you giving her a platform? Why does she have a following to begin with? She doesn't seem to have any sort of intellectual sort of debate or content or anything that would be a draw unless you have a fetish with fat people.
And then actually, I think in later episodes following that, she said that, anybody in the community or any reaction channel that made light of it or poked fun at it or whatever, you're nasty, you're disgusting, you're toxic, but I mean, here we are, end of July, giving a little flashback moment to it, making light of it.
So did you just reload this video? Because it was loaded 1 day ago. And you keep talking about it being July. What are we talking about here? Can you guys date your videos so I know what I'm covering? I mean, come on. You're just reloading content for what? Why?
Whatever suits the narrative, I guess.
I really like the Oh Snap pickles, and I guess they have a Hottie Bite one, which is hot and spicy pickle. Figured I would try that. And then there's also these cauliflower wings and sweet chili. Figured I would get that.
Also breaded. I mean, Amberlynn, if you're saying that you're anti-carbs, you're trying to get away from the bread, what are you doing buying all these fried foods that you're gonna probably either stick in a pan to heat up, or you're going to bake, but it doesn't really matter because you said that you're anti-carb right now and you're getting these things that are breaded.
Try two. I got some Brussels sprouts. I love them cooked and raw. I recently discovered 2 bags of broccoli, which I also love cooked and raw. I got some turkey smoked sausage. I like to cook this with like onion.
So you're going to eat 2 bags of broccoli in 1 week. Because you know it will ultimately like rot, right? Like it's not going to stay in your fridge forever. So as a single person, how the hell are you going to eat 2 bags of broccoli and a bag of Brussels sprouts in 1 week? You're gonna down all that?
Last but not least, I just got some chicken breast tenderloins. Let's do a popsicle stick question. All right, let's see what we're getting today.
Oh boy, 16 Candles with Molly Ringwald featuring Amberlynn Reed. That grocery haul was kind of skimpy.
No.
Remember when she got the Shake Shack and she showed us the cheese fries and she said, oh, they skimped out a little bit on the cheese. That's kind of how I feel about this grocery haul. It's almost as if these are the amount of groceries that would be purchased for one person. But there are 2 people living there. Right?
16. These are the ones we've already answered. Do you think Chantel lies about her weight? Wow, that's some tea.
Okay. Glasses, I'm sorry. They're coming off for this one. They're coming off. They don't always come off, but they're coming off for this one. Chantal, Foodie Booty, has told Amberlynn time and time again that she really doesn't want anything to do with her. Keep my name out of your mouth. I don't want to be friends with you. You showed me your true colors. I don't really want to have a relationship. And for some reason, Amberlynn keeps trying to talk about Chantal. It's not all the time. It is sporadically, but I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to get someone back in her corner because Amberlynn feels really alone right now, especially since, this breakup or whatever. So she probably feels like she needs a friend or someone that she can talk to behind the scenes. And you know what this is kind of reminding me of? You know how like when little kids all have like $10 or $20 from like birthday money or Christmas or something? This is like when a few neighborhood kids get together and it's like, okay, well, Timmy has $20 from his grandma. I have $30 from my birthday money. And Caleb down the street has $10 from his aunt or whatever. Like, and then they all put their money together to buy a PlayStation game or something. This is like what Amberlynn is trying to do with Chantal. It's like, okay, listen, I have 8 Am babies and you have 10 Beezers. If we combine forces, we can take down the haters. She does. I think that she does. She wants someone in her corner. So, I mean, I think that she kind of sees lately how difficult it is on her own in girl world like this. I mean, I don't know, banding together with Chantal. I don't know who would want Chantal on their side, but I think that's what Amberlynn's trying to do here. If she talks about Chantal, if she gives her compliments, if she tries to I think that she's trying to win her back or something. Because if you remember, the reason why Chantal and Amberlynn aren't friends anymore is because Amberlynn went into Chantal's ex-boyfriend's YouTube live stream chat if you can even call him an ex-boyfriend. She went into his chat room at like 3 or 4 in the morning and was like commenting like, hey, love your channel. You're so entertaining. You're so funny. You're so, whatever. And like that royally PO'd Chantal. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't mess with the exes, you guys. I had a friend from high school who was having a challenging, it's complicated relationship with one of her friends. And dude sent me a LinkedIn request, sent me a Facebook request, and I'm sorry, I'm not playing. Not getting involved in your romantic bullshit. Not going to be the one who's like, oh yes, I'm going to become friends with your ex. Um, I don't think that's the right thing to do. It's none of my business why you guys are not working out, but he was not my friend to begin with, and therefore I'm not going to be courting a friendship from him. Come on, Amberlynn, for fuck's sake.
that was like, no, you're done. Like, I do not F with you anymore. That's it. So Chantal kind of cut Amberlynn out, but I think that this is kind of Amberlynn trying to do her resurgence in Girl World. I think that that's what we're trying to work up here. Maybe like going into season 6 with some allies. We need some allies.
So when I first started YouTube, you can go back and look, I weighed about 370, maybe in the 360s. It was definitely somewhere around there. And I'm about, I would say 2 inches taller than Chantel. I think Chantel's 5'1". And she's saying she's about 370, and I'm like 5'2.5", 5'3". So based on my experiences, the way my body's shaped, the way I used to look, etc., I think she's 100% telling the truth. And I understand that that's not everyone's opinion, which is totally fine. But the same people who...
It was a real struggle for me over the last few days when I found out that I had a potassium deficiency, and I had to completely change my diet to have potassium-rich foods. Which, that's a bit of a challenge, because you have to, like, look at all the options and figure out, like, what you... Like, I don't like bananas. I don't, but I'll eat oranges, right? I'll eat certain squashes. I'm not going to eat all of them. I've got my grocery haul included like butternut squash soup, 2 navel oranges. I already have some lettuce in the house. I've got 4 bottles of juice that are high in potassium now. And, I picked out, and actually my doctor told me I didn't have to change my diet at all. I just need to take the supplements. But I'm very concerned about my levels there. These 2 women that he's talking about, Foodie Beauty, Chantel, and Amberlynn, are on death's door, and they're like practically 20 years younger than me. That's so scary. Like, I was literally in the hospital on Thursday night on a potassium drip because I didn't realize I had a deficiency. But you know what? When the doctors tell me to make a change, I make a goddamn change.
Think she's faking her weigh-ins are the same people who think I'm faking mine. I'm definitely not. I have never faked a weigh-in. I even went to the good old weight loss.
Actually, I watch a lot of foodie booty content from other creators. I do not make as much content about Chantal as I do for Amberlynn, but I do watch a lot of the other reaction channels about foodie booty. So I am caught up mostly everything. I do not agree with her when she says that the same people that are accusing Chantal of faking her weigh-ins are also accusing Amberlynn of faking her weigh-ins. Amberlynn does get accused of faking weigh-ins, but at this point, I mean, I don't really see much of a difference. If Amberlynn were actually like 5'50" and she's telling us that she's 5'30".
Well, I would say this, that the video that you showed yesterday of Chantel's anniversary with her Kuwaiti husband, which that's an entirely other worldly story. But you could see full body shots of her. You know, she wasn't afraid of the long shots. I don't think we've really seen like an up and down shot of Amber Lynn yet.
I mean, is that tea? Is that groundbreaking for anybody? Does anybody really care if she's lying about those 20? Chantal, though, takes off like 80 pounds. She takes a scale and recalibrates it somehow and makes it so it comes up like 80 to 100 pounds less than what she actually is. So Chantal came on here the other day and she was saying like, oh, I'm five. Well, actually, she didn't give her height. I had to look that up. It was like, I'm 5'1". I get 50 something points for Weight Watchers. And that Girl World calculation, we did it, and it came up to say like she was like 450 or something like that. And really, if you look back at old Chantal footage when she said that she was 370, there's a noticeable difference. From years past, Chantal has done weigh-ins and she has said, okay, guys, I am 370. And nowadays, if you look at her and she says, I'm 370, and you look at those two people, a noticeable difference. So I think that Amber Lynn is just trying to like kiss Chantal's butt or something right here, trying to get her back on her side or something. I don't know. I think that Chantal definitely does lie about it.
Lost Clinic, weighed myself on their scale, vlogged it for you guys, uploaded it. And even after doing that, there were still some people in conspiracy theory land thinking that that wasn't even real. But just based on my experience and all of that, I definitely do not think that she is lying about her weight. For some reason, there's just a large quantity of people who want her bigger than what she really is. And I have the same type of audience. Obviously, I'm not saying everyone's like that, but there is a portion of her audience and a portion of my audience who want us bigger than what we really are. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's weird. It's creepy. But I feel like you have to be in that position to kind of understand how it feels. And I don't want people to think I'm sticking up for Chantal. It's just like, no matter if you're a good or a bad person, I think that like...
You are, though. You are, though. You're coming on here and you're trying to diffuse a rumor and say that people are just saying that because they want her to be a liar. They're framing her as someone that they want her to be, not who she is, when Chantal is actually not a very good person at all. And I think that she does lie about quite a bit. So you kind of giving this disclaimer at the end of this little litany right here saying, well, you know what? I'm not trying to take Chantal's side or anything. I'm just trying to be fair. No, I think that's exactly what you're trying to do. I think that you want allies going into season 6.
Why does the topic of how...
What are these seasons, by the way? Does she actually label each year as a season that she's filming? Like, I haven't seen you cover like an intro, like the intro that would establish that she's on season 6. I'm a little unclear with this because I wouldn't like look at my own content and say, well, each year is a season. I'm a little confused by that.
Big someone is always has to be some weird conspiracy and people trying to make it like a lot worse than it already is when it already is pretty bad, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just a mess. Okay, guys, so I wanted to do a taste test of the Hottie Bites. I don't think I've ever had spicy pickle.
I mean, I think that there's a noticeable difference and a pretty large difference between someone who's 370 and someone who's 450. I mean, it would be one thing if you lied about maybe 10, 15, 20 pounds, but Chantal, I mean, what is that?
Pickles from my remembrance, but who knows? They smell like normal pickles. Oh, there's a hint of something going on. There's a hint of spice.
Yeah, see, this is why I think this is like a fetish channel, because I think most people are not interested in watching morbidly obese content creators eat on camera. And I'm a little confused because I thought I saw a video recently that said that's actually against the YouTube terms to have people with eating disorders eating on camera, right? Well, if it is, why is this gal still up?
It's like while you're eating the pickle, it tastes like a normal pickle. But then when you swallow, it's like, oh, okay, I feel something. It doesn't change the flavor of the pickle at all. Just a hint of spice, so freaking good. Hello, beautiful people. So I'm actually currently just journaling, and I do that on my MacBook first. And I want to journal about 5 things that I am currently grateful for. So 5 things I am grateful for. And I kind of just want to do this with you guys. So maybe you guys can do the same thing, because I know like lately I've just been in a whole different world. Like I literally feel like I'm in a different world, and I have just been hurting so much and just feeling so sad, and just like, I don't want to say self-destructive, but I'm sure from an outside view I look self-destructive. Promise I'm not. But I forget to like think of the things I'm grateful for and thankful for. And
is this one of those take my word for it moments? Listen, I know that it's pretty obvious from an outside point of view that I am self-destructive, but listen to me. I am not self-destructive. All right, case closed. All right, she said it. You said it. All right, that is. Girl, what?
I feel like a lot of people take things for granted, like every single day. So 5 things I'm grateful for. My fur babies is number 1. Always number 1. They're my literal heart and soul. 2, I'm going to say friends, because friends are important, and as of lately, I've actually made a few new friends, so I love that for me. 3, I'm going to say Feline, because I'm still extremely grateful for her friendship, who she is, and I know I could categorize her as part of the friends, but to me, she's more than that. And I also want to say,
no, girl, whatever. You can have your opinion on this or whatever, but I mean, Amber Lynn still in her head has not moved on. She quite literally, even though it's been about 3 weeks now, she is still not mentally broken up with this girl. I care about her. She's still going to be the other half of my heart. I'm grateful for her. I'm even more grateful for her than I would be someone that's categorized as a norm.
Well, I mean, it seems that she has the emotional range of a teenager, because that's the type of reactions that we generally have when we're going through the hormonal changes of being a teenager. And I imagine, I don't know what's going on with her mindset, with her body, but she's 32 years old, and once you reach that level, you're not like out there talking about your breakups and stuff. You might be feeling some pain from it, but at that point you're an adult with adult responsibilities, and you have to move forward to keep going to your job, to keep taking care of your kids if you have kids, and so on and so forth. And so the idea that she's so affected by these breakups, which seemed somewhat transient to begin with, sounds like a teenager. It sounds like somebody who is having hormonal imbalances. And at her weight, if she's really at 370 or even higher, right? Not only is she on death's door, but she probably doesn't get a period anymore. She's probably not even capable of having children at this point. Because there are bad side effects to being morbidly obese. And it can put you in a position where you can't reproduce. But I guess that doesn't really matter to her because she's a lesbian anyway, so maybe that's not a problem. I really don't know. I don't know what her whole backstory is.
Friend, because she means more to me than that. Girl, you gotta get it. You have to have a reality check. You do. Ugh.
I'm grateful for my family. Last but not least, I want to say I'm grateful for YouTube. I want to say I'm grateful for you guys, my supporters, and you guys keep me on my toes because...
What about all the people that make you money, Amber? Are you grateful for them? Huh? I mean, so really, of that list, of the 5 things that she listed, she's grateful for the pets and she's grateful for her family. Okay. She's grateful for...
Well, she doesn't have any kids, right? But anyway, I'm going to have to wrap it up here because I have a doctor's appointment I have to get to. And she seems like a very sad individual who feels bound to doing these live streams because she's actually got a following. That's on you guys. And so therefore she's making some level of income. And so she's never going to get out there, walk around, get an actual job, and, you know, actually lose some of this weight because she's got herself in such a bad scenario now where she feels like, well, all I have to do is flip up my laptop and do a live stream. All right. I'm going to have to end it here because I have an appointment to attend.